Milwaukee with Judge Hannah Dugan, who was found guilty of a felony obstruction charge, but was found not guilty of a misdemeanor concealing charge after helping an illegal immigrant evade federal immigration authorities. Her lawyer described something that happened during the trial. Listen here.
The mixed verdict is the big thing from the defense perspective. You know, the same elements of count one are in count two. In count two, how can you find guilty there and not guilty on the first? But that's why we asked for the post-trial briefing.
So I guess that it matters if Judge Dugan knew who exactly ICE was going after in this instance. What do you make of, you know, as the attorney just put it, a split verdict here?
So we have to look at what exactly she was charged with, and she was charged with 2 counts. Now, they were both obstruction or interference. Now, one was a misdemeanor and the other charge was a felony. So when we look at the misdemeanor, did she have the intent? Did she have the specific intent to interfere? Now, in regards to the felony, did she interfere, and did that cause an issue with the officers not being able to arrest him? So the defense is arguing that the fact that there was a split verdict, that they found her not guilty of the misdemeanor and guilty of the felony, is inconsistent and potentially trying to get her determined that, in fact, that split verdict was incorrect, and in fact that she should not have any type of penalty for this.
And you talk about how important the intent is here. I want to show you some new audio that some would say is essentially an admission of guilt. Listen here.
5 ICE guys in the hall.
5 what?
ICE guys in the hall. ICE.
What's the name of the client?
Eduardo Flores.
What are you asking for?
Just another date.
Okay. Get a date off the record
Yes, ma'am.
right now. Okay. I'll get that. Mr. La Rosas, take your client out and come back and get a date. Okay.
I just heard the judge say right there, quote, "I'll take the heat." I do need to ask for a pretty quick answer here, but is that an admission of guilt, that she knew what she was doing?
Ultimately, that was for the jury to make that determination. And so when we looked at the verdict, the jury came back and found her guilty of the felony charge. So they weigh the evidence and look at the totality of the circumstances. And based on that, they felt that she should be guilty of that charge.
Well, she is seeking a new trial. We will see what comes of it. Kelly, thank you so much for your time. Merry Christmas.
Hey, listen. Y'all see, they holding the judges accountable. She told the lawyer to take the client out of there. You know, they knew ICE was lurking. And the judge, I guess, was trying to help the brother. You know, they held her accountable, interfering with ICE. Oh, they ain't playing no games. They going at the judge like that? Oh, they ain't playing no games. Not at all. Yeah. Now she ready to get this bar. You know, she trying to fight to try to keep her, you know, law license. She trying to appeal it. They lost her job messing around. Man, trying to tell the lawyer to take the client out of there. Hold up. Yeah, man. And they recording everything. You know, the courtroom is wired for sound. Straight up. Courtroom is wired for sound. They paying attention to everything in there, man. But you know, they get away with so much stuff. But when they want them, they gonna go ahead and get it done. Yeah, ICE ain't like that. And you know, Trump is not playing right now. Yeah, they ain't like that. Trump is not playing right now at all. At all. Yeah. This shit getting crazy. And they got ICE everywhere right now. ICE is everywhere right now. They ain't playing no games. Not at all. Like right now, Oh, man. They got something going on with ICE right here. They ain't playing no games.
President Trump's immigration crackdown now targeting Ohio. ICE
Ohio.
arresting illegal immigrants in the capital, Columbus, and across the state in what's being dubbed Operation Buckeye. Agents nabbing criminal aliens from places like India and Somalia, some convicted of violent crimes, sex offenses, felony robbery, and drug possession. Let's bring in ICE Deputy Director Madison Sheehan. She is in Ohio for Operation Buckeye. Madison, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, what's the latest you're seeing there in the Buckeye state?
Well, we were able to kick this operation off on December 16th. And with this operation, we've had a lot of success very quickly. Our officers have gone out and truly arrested the worst of the worst. We have arrested gang members, murderers, and rapists. We've arrested people with sex crime charges. We've arrested people with DWI charges. And we've been able to go after these people that have been in this country illegally. They have taken advantage of the system here in Ohio, and we're putting a stop to that, allowing us to go after the worst of the worst who have been embedded themselves in these communities near Columbus, Ohio.
The Columbus mayor is protesting. I want to play a clip from him, and I'll get you to react.
Our police will not be used to carry out these operations. Columbus is already safe without federal intervention. Please take care of one another and know that your community leaders see and support you.
What's your response to him, and is his protest causing you any issues?
Well, look, we will continue to go into cities no matter if the locals want to work with us or not. Sanctuary cities policies, leaders who don't want to work with ICE is not going to deter ICE from doing our job. We want to walk beside law enforcement officers to allow them to go after the worst of the worst, the people that have been wreaking havoc in their communities. Now, if the city of Columbus doesn't work with us, well, that's not going to stop us from going in and removing these criminals who have wreaked havoc on the American people for far too long.
Meantime, ICE agents are also doing enforcement operations in Maryland. That's where they say this van tried to run them over on Christmas Eve. Police say agents approached the van in a quiet neighborhood south of Baltimore, and the driver headed right at them, then hit vehicles as he tried to get away. The ICE agents shot into the van, wounding the Portuguese driver. His Salvadoran passenger suffered whiplash when the van hit a building. Homeland Security says both are here illegally on overstayed visas. This is just the latest in a sharp rise in vehicle attacks on federal agents since President Trump took office January 20th. 71 attacks on Customs and Border Protection agents, up 58% from last year, and 28 car attacks on ICE, up a stunning 1,300%. Here is Border Czar Tom Homan.
Putting hands on a ICE officer. So I looked at the numbers the other day. I've never seen so many prosecutions in my life. So we're sending a strong message. There is zero consequence. You put a hand on an ICE officer. If you interfere with an ICE officer, you'll get a set of handcuffs, and you're going to go to jail, and you're going to be federally prosecuted.
How troubling is this trend for your agents in the field who are at times targets?
They seem like they real passionate about doing this. Yeah, I think their ego is getting them on this, but they got to do their job or whatever. But it's like they real passionate, about this, man. If your paperwork ain't right, man, you got to get your paperwork right, man. At this point, if I was here illegal, I would be trying to get right. Straight up, I would be trying to get right, because you see the aggression that they coming with. I don't think, at this point, you should play with these people. If you ain't right, get right. Because they on like a straight mission. And this shit been going on for a while now. They just jump into different cities and states like it ain't nothing.
Well, what we've seen is Democrat lawmakers continue to use this dangerous rhetoric. They're pushing this narrative online that if an ICE officer attacks you, you should use your vehicle to ram against them. This is dangerous. This puts our officers in danger. This puts the aliens in danger. These aliens that they swear they're here to protect, when our law enforcement officers are out doing their job. You know, Secretary Noem and President Trump have allowed the ICE officers to go out and do their job. Every single day, Secretary Noem empowers us to go after the worst of the worst, to go after criminals who have been in this country illegally. And that's what our officers will continue to do. Even as this threat level rises, we will continue to go do our job.
Then there's Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota's daughter, Hope, with this pointed Christmas message.
I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you all. Today I am holding all of our neighbors that ICE has been terrorizing near and dear to my heart, and sending them love and light, as well as all of our unhoused folks and just anybody that may be struggling right now. I'm holding very close to me, and I hope that you can all do so as well.
Merry Christmas to the illegals. What do you make of that?
Well, Governor Walz has proven that he does not take care of his people. He's allowed his cities to.
She looked like she could be like a robot. You know, she like real like manly. She like a straight robot. And you can tell she likes this job. Yeah. You can tell she enjoys this one right here. For real.
Wreak havoc, and he has not had any law and order in his communities. And, you know, this just adds to that narrative that empowers people to go after federal law enforcement officers. If you touch a federal law enforcement officers, there will be penalties that come with that. We will continue to go after the worst of the worst. We will continue to enforce the immigration law as it's written every single day, no matter what.
Madison Sheehan from ICE, many thanks for your time today. Great to see you.
Hey, everyone. I'm
Yeah. So, man, you got to get right, because they ain't playing no games. It's like they on a non-stop mission. And they not even caring. They don't care at all. They not playing. Yeah, I don't think if you're illegal, America's a place for you to be at right now, because it's under fire. You know, this ain't where you want to be at right now. Straight up, because they are on a mission. Yeah. That shit crazy. You know, they everywhere. You know, it's time to get your paperwork right, because they are on a mission. And you know, ain't nothing nobody can do about it. They done already zeroed in on it. They not changing their mind state. So I don't think, you know, right now you can hide. I think they got it where as though they're going to find you. Yeah, they're going to find you. Might be a couple months. It might be a couple years. But it's like they on a mission. Yeah. But they let this shit get out of control. It's like now they want to fix it all at one time. You know, it's like they putting too much pressure on it. And of course, some people gonna fight back. So you got some people that don't want to go back to where they from. So of course, some people gonna fight back. And they putting a lot of pressure and focus on it. So get right. You know, get right. Yeah, get right, man. Shit, wow.